Good morning, Titans, and welcome to this edition of Titan Television. I'm Emily Gerhart.
And I'm Kira Eichelkraut. On this edition, we will learn about the new updates to Summit Lakes Middle School.
And step into this year's West Side Steppers.
All this and more on this edition of Titan Television.
The West Side Steppers had their first performance of the year a couple weeks ago at the Courtwarming Pep Assembly. Kira Eichelkraut and Jamie Birmingham tell us about the importance of step dance.
The West Side Steppers have been around since the beginning of Lee Summer West. But just recently, they have made a comeback after many years with no team.
The step team was formed, well, at least from my opinion, is because we wanted, or just I think people wanted there to be some type of like Black representation when it came to dance.
I also did a step team at Park Hill South. That's where I was at first. At both locations, one thing that you would see about the demographics of both of those schools are they're predominantly white schools. So we wanted to find a way, in both of these cases, we were just trying to find a way for those students to be able to be more involved in their school.
Step dance has its own unique style, which allows people to be more expressive with the movement.
Step is a rhythmic, like I don't even know how to explain it. Like you're making beats with your own body. So it's not like the West Side Girls and how they do like routines and they're dancing, like we're physically like stomping, clapping, and making beats with their bodies.
Even though step dance originates from African American culture, it can be enjoyed and performed by everyone.
It's for everybody. It's not just for girls, first off, not just for Black people, not just for, don't get me wrong. We want you to be able to keep a beat. I can't. Don't get me wrong, but we can teach you that.
Just do it, because you find great friends in that team. It may seem small, but we're not. So you find great things in those teams. You form a bond, like a sisterhood bond almost.
The West Side Steppers hope to continue growing their team over the next few years. With photographer Kira Eichelkraut, this is Jamie Birmingham reporting for Titan Television.
Last year, a lot of Nerf 4 teams felt shorted by the judges. Carson Hess and Bethany Thompson tell us how the judges say they won't let that happen.
Spring is coming up. That can only mean one thing. Nerf war. It starts today. Last year, people felt a little let down by the judge.
I was awarded $54.
54.
And we only paid $5.
Teams felt like they should have been paid a little more.
64 teams, and there's I bet there was at least $3K in there.
This year's judges are determined to not let that happen again.
Complete and utter change. It's not going to be the same. That's how teams won the whole thing, bribing. It's not going to happen this year.
Safe zones include any school grounds as well as Longview Activity Center. And remember, it is not a school-sponsored event. With photographer Bethany Thompson, this is Carson Hess reporting for Titan TV.
To wrap up Black History Month, students participated in the African American Read-In last night. The Read-In encourages communities to read together, centering African American books and authors, dedicating time during February to explore Black literature. Now, here is Braden Barbie for your Titan Sports Update.
Welcome back to another segment of Titan Sports Update. I'm Braden Barbie. Winter sports are coming to a close. Many of our Titan athletes have worked very hard during the regular season, so let's jump into what's been going on with these stellar athletes as we head into the postseason.
The Titans boys basketball team has ended their regular season at 23-3, taking home the Suburban Conference Gold Championship. They start district play against Raymore Peculiar on March 1st at 4 p.m. at William Chrisman. Evan Watson and Tyler Wood tells us more about one of their star players.
Chaz Watson is wrapping up his junior year on the Titans basketball team. This is his third season on varsity and his second season as a starter. With an average of 15.9 points per game, he's a big reason for the Titans' success.
I would say his ability to take over a game. He can have 2 points and then at the end of the quarter he'll have 22 points. It's just his ability to take over.
This ability has helped him inch closer to 1,000 points.
I feel like when my sophomore year, I was just generally getting better at playing a guard, and my junior year, I got better at getting comfortable handling the ball and just playing the position I should play.
Watson has become such a dominant scorer that he has helped other teammates blossom as scorers as well.
I would say a lot of times he's the defense's first look, which kind of helps me get some more open shots because they're so worried about taking him out of the game.
Look for Watson to make a big impact as the Titans fight for a state title soon. With photographer Tyler Wood, I'm Evan Watson reporting for Titan Television.
Yo, that guy right there, Chaz Watson, hey, he's the best player in the city.
The girls' basketball team's regular season has come to an end with a winning record of 14-12. Bailey Burns leads the team with 18.5 points per game, which puts her in the top 10 in the Metro for point scorers. She also recently hit the 1,000 points mark in her high school career. They end the district tournament as the 3 seed and will play the 6 seed Lee Summit on March 2nd at Lee Summit North.
Wrestlers Nate Moore and Jackson Fetters wrestled their way to state this past weekend at the Mizzou Arena. Check LSW Sports Update Twitter for the results. Congratulations to all the boys and girls on a great season.
The girls' swim team just finished state with junior Anna Lewis taking 13th place in diving, along with Lydia Greider, Isabella Barbanti, Lainey Weatherby, and Miller Wood receiving 10th place in the 200-yard medley relay. Gabby Brocato has more on a new addition to this year's team.
The girls' swim team welcomed a new coach this year. Coach Emma Alexson made the transition from assistant to head coach.
This is my first year being in charge and having all the responsibility that comes with being a coach, and it's been a really exciting experience. I just really loved the community that was in Lee Summit West. The students and the teachers had great relationships, and I just saw that blossom when it came to sports as well, and that was what really attracted me to West.
Coach Alexson is not new to the sport of swimming.
I actually started swimming when I was about 10, and it's always been a sport that my brother then fell into after, so I've been involved in it for most of my life at this point.
Despite being a new coach, Alexson has already made an impact on the girls.
One of the biggest adjustments I've had to make as a new coach is my training. Each swimmer has their own individual events and individual strokes, and each one has their own individual needs. The best way to do that is I have to have a good balance for each student and each swimmer.
With photographer Israel Alexander, this is Gabby Brocato reporting for Titan Television.
That's going to close out this edition of Titan Sport Update. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at LSW Sports Update to get updates on all the teams. Back to you, Kira.
A lot of us here at Lee Summit West remember walking the halls of Summit Lakes in middle school. Bethany Thompson and Emily Gerhart take us back inside Falcon territory to show us how the updates have improved the school.
Last fall, Summit Lakes Middle School underwent some serious changes.
Had quite a large project with the expansion of 6th grade. Additional classroom spaces added. We opened up existing spaces to create more collaborative opportunities for not just 6th grade classrooms, but also our 7th and 8th grade. Different sense of comfort. There's murals, there's whiteboards and other things that are in those spaces to make those spaces much more visually appealing as well as functional for a teacher or other students to come out and use.
The 6th grade hallway is completely new, and Mitchell said the students are getting used to the transition.
I think academically that's probably been the biggest adjustment. They're going from an elementary setting where they had a structure that may not have had always on a regular basis daily science and social studies classes. So going from maybe one teacher, or if they're building departmentalized, maybe 3 or 4 teachers, to now having 7 or 8 different teachers within their schedule, and juggling all of the work that goes along with that, learning how to be organized.
I know a lot of people in our community, especially parents, were concerned about 6th grade coming to the middle school. I think the 6th graders are separated enough from the 7th and 8th graders. I also have a lot of faith in our 8th grade students that they're not going to bully 6th graders or anything like that. And from an 8th grade teacher, I like the idea that our middle school students start in the 6th grade, so by the time they get to me, they've already had a couple years of that middle school philosophy and training. So.
Positive, they have experiences, things that they can participate in that maybe they didn't have the opportunity to do so at the elementary level.
Overall, Mitchell said that moving up 6th grade to middle school was a good choice.
It was the best idea. It's where sixth graders belong. I'm biased. Obviously, I pushed for it as one of the middle school principals. We were all on board. Felt like middle school was the place for sixth graders to be a part of.
With photographer Emily Gerhart, this is Bethany Thompson reporting for Titan Television.
You've seen him on TikTok sporting his signature brown glasses and banana, but here he is making a special appearance for Titan Television.
Hi, my name's Noah Sims and you're watching On the Mic on Titan TV. Today's topic is controversial opinions. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What's your most controversial opinion?
I can't answer that question.
What about you, sir?
Personally, for me, I don't think that Beyonce is that good of a singer.
Excuse me. What is your most controversial opinion?
Oh God, I don't know.
Anything at all?
No, not really.
Any opinion?
No opinion.
What's your most controversial opinion? What's your most controversial opinion?
You, LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan.
Oh. You want to give me a better answer?
I don't know. I can't think
I
of
think
any.
you're scared. I think you're scared to say your real controversial opinions because they're too controversial.
No, that's
No?
absolutely no.
Excuse me, ma'am. What is your most controversial opinion?
That Noah Sims should cut his hair.
What is your controversial opinion? I know you have one.
I really don't.
I don't believe you.
What do you want me to say?
Frankly, I do not believe you.
Okay, well, what am I supposed to say?
I think you're chicken. Bah, 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 bah. Excuse me, sir. Sir, what is your most controversial opinion?
I don't know.
Anything at all?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Everyone in the world would agree with everything you have to say at all times?
Yeah.
Man's a prophet. What's your most controversial opinion?
I don't really know.
Anything?
No, I don't.
No controversial opinions? What about you?
Oh. I don't know. I'm so scared right now.
Am I scary? Is that your controversial
Yeah,
opinion
you're
that I'm
scary.
scary?
Yeah.
What about you? Huh?
What's the question?
What's your most controversial opinion?
I don't think pineapple belongs on pizza.
That's not controversial. Come on, give me something better. What's your most controversial opinion?
Have one.
Come on, you. Do you have a controversial opinion?
No.
Do you have a controversial opinion?
Nope.
No one is controversial. What's your most controversial opinion?
Bananas aren't that good.
You can find the other half of this episode on Ellis West on TikTok. Titan TV, I'm out.
And that's it for this edition of Titan Television.
Make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms at Ellis West Online.
Have a great week, Titans.